Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to my 3 takeaways episode from the Mike Luckovich interview I did this past Monday. I hope you guys really enjoyed this episode. It's such a unique profession as an editorial cartoonist for the AJC. He's been doing it for 20 years, and I think it's so cool. You could probably tell through listening to his voice how much passion he still has for it and how much he truly loves his job. It's such a different work day for him. I mean, he doesn't even get in there until noon, and then he always jokes about how the first thing he does when he gets to work is have lunch, and then he basically procrastinates all day long and just kind of messes around. And that's his verbiage of it. But basically, he's kind of studying and taking in a bunch of content all day long and just trying to let his brain process it creatively to see what he can come up with for his cartoon down the road. So if you guys like this interview, make sure you rate and review the podcast. All you got to do is go to the Apple Podcasts app, scroll down, leave a quick rating, write a quick review, quick sentence, write what you liked most about Mike Luckovich. Write what your biggest takeaway was from him. Maybe write what your favorite past interview was. Just anything. Maybe even if it's just a 1-star interview and you hated it and you tell me why you hated it. Anything. I just want to hear feedback to hear what I can do better, what you guys like and everything like that. And make sure that if you do leave a rating and review that you enter my giveaway that I have going on right now at nickcarrier.com/giveaway. If you enter your email and then you rate and review the show, you subscribe to the podcast, and you follow me on Instagram, you enter yourself for a chance to win 1 Best You coffee mug, 2 Best You pens, and a $50 Visa gift card. Such an amazing opportunity. I mean, that's like a $70, $80 value right there. And all you got to do is those quick few things. But other than that, let's get right into my 3 takeaways. Number 1 is procrastination sparks creativity. And that was the name, basically the title of the episode, the benefits of procrastination. And now that I'm kind of thinking about it, I don't necessarily think it's like solely procrastination, but I think it's pressure, because he talked about it in the sense that he feels so much pressure and he gets almost stressed out towards the end of the day to perform and to come up with a cartoon. And all of a sudden, just the creative side of it comes out and he starts pulling in all the things that he's been looking at all day and somehow just comes up with a creative cartoon. And usually it's some of his best ideas when he's under the most pressure. So I think the key is really pressure. I think procrastination is how it shows up maybe for a lot of us, but I think it's just a sense of urgency, a sense of pressure, a time crunch, whatever it is for you. I think it's really important for us to try to find ways in our life to try to kind of force that pressure onto us. Even just kind of manufacture that pressure. We're not always in pressure situations in order to perform, but if we find a way to put pressure on ourselves, put a sense of urgency on ourselves, that's when sometimes the best work comes out. That's when sometimes the superpowers that you don't really realize that you have come out and manifest themselves in the best way possible. But make sure you're not procrastinating if you already have the knowledge to do something. Like if you have the knowledge to do math work, if you have the knowledge to do a particular task at work, procrastination is not going to help you do that. Get that thing done and stop worrying about it. Takeaway number 2 is find honest feedback. And my biggest thing about honest feedback is sometimes it really takes a lot of courage to get honest feedback, because sometimes you don't hear what you want to hear. And a lot of times that's not an easy pill to swallow, but a lot of times that's exactly what you need to swallow in order to make adjustments down the road. And that's one of the things that has been so crucial to his successful career, is being able to get honest feedback from his editors and everything like that about his cartoons, because they give him the specific honest feedback about what they change, what they like, what they don't like, and everything like that. And that way he can go make the necessary adjustments after that. And everybody needs honest feedback. It's not just a cartoonist. It's everybody in life. It could be in a relationship. It could be at your job. It could be in the gym about your form. It could be anything. But if you get honest feedback from somebody, if you can just have that courage to ask it and have the courage to swallow that pill, then use that. You actually use that to more quickly make the necessary adjustments so you don't get as much negative feedback down the road. Negative feedback's always going to come, but as long as you take it in and you utilize that to the best of your ability to improve yourself the next time. And the third one is very tied closely to that second one, is let failure motivate you. Don't let it put you down in the dumps, because everybody's going to fail. All of us are going to get knocked down. For me, I think what's the most important thing for me to realize is it's not about getting back up from the failure, because basically all of us get back up. But it's the gap time from failure to response. If that gap time is minimized more and more often, and it's that gap time is minimal, then that's the people who are the most successful in life. It's not the people, everybody gets back up. So if you minimize the gap time from failure to fall down to get back up to success, those are the people who really crush it and who really make the best out of the situation. But you only can really let failure motivate yourself if you kind of get the honest feedback, because a lot of times we screw up, but we don't necessarily know why we screwed up. But if we know why, if we get the honest feedback and we know basically how to direct ourselves moving forward in order to improve upon that situation, that's when we can let it motivate us, because it's clear to us about how we can improve. So it's kind of 2 and 3 kind of go hand in hand, that you have to get the honest feedback in order to let failure motivate you. That's really what I found has been really crucial in my life in order to let failure motivate me, because I've screwed up a lot of times. But as long as I get honest feedback from somebody else, or as long as I, get within myself to get the honest feedback from myself and write it down what I screwed up in, that's the way that I can minimize that gap time from failure to response. But other than that, guys, again, my 3 takeaways. Procrastination sparks creativity. Find a way to apply pressure on yourself, to apply a sense of urgency on yourself, because you're going to have creativity. You're going to have superpowers come out that you didn't even know were there, and they're going to manifest themselves in the best way possible. Number 2 is find honest feedback. It takes courage to ask for that honest feedback, because you're not always going to get it's going to be a hard pill to swallow sometimes, but that's the only way that you're going to be able to know exactly what direction you need to go in order to take that feedback and be successful the next time over. And then 3, very tied closely to number 2, is let failure motivate you. If you can clearly define why you failed, and it's going to be hard. It's going to be a process. But if you can more clearly define why you failed by getting the honest feedback, then you can let that failure motivate you, because you have a clear defined path. You have a clear defined direction on how you can improve upon that moving forward. So again, 2 and 3, have the courage to get honest feedback so that failure can motivate you moving forward. I hope you guys enjoyed this 3 takeaways episode. I hope you guys kind of found those in the episode as well. If not, I hope those were revealed to you now, and you can maybe implement those in your life moving forward. Maybe just one of them, or maybe all 3, whatever's working in your life right now. And again, if you have a few takeaways that you liked a lot from Mike Luckovich, let me know. Let me send me a DM on Instagram at Carrie_bestu. Write it in the ratings and reviews, anything like that. I'd love to hear your feedback, and so would Mike. And connect with him on Twitter at Mike Luckovich, AJC as well. Other than that, guys, I hope you can use something in here today that will get you a little bit closer and closer to your best you.